Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Delilah and today I'm going to share with you my favorite Mccall sewing patterns. So this episode is just going to be like fashion sewing for beginners, although not all the patterns are for beginners, but I will let you know a lot of them are really perfect for beginners. And these patterns that I'm going to show you are just like if you're sewing clothes for women. So the first one I have selected is 7742. The reason why I selected this one is because I've made it, let's see, 3 times, 1, 2, 3, actually 4 times, because I also made it for my daughter's best friend as well. I wouldn't say that it is for beginners, although to me it is a very easy pattern. But the reason why I say that is because you do have gathers up here. The V-neck, though, I feel is very easy to do. You don't even need to put on any sleeve cuffs. I didn't do that on any of mine. Another thing, another reason why I picked this pattern is because it's good for summer and fall because you've got the long sleeve version as well. You can make it short or you can add a ruffle like I did in this picture to make it a little bit longer. Other than that, I didn't have to do any adjustments to it, and I do have a pattern review if you want to check out the pattern review that gives you a lot more details. Just really quickly though, this one you would make it with, it says cotton blend, chambray, crepe de chine. I made all of my dresses that I made this in a rayon challis fabric. I also really like that the top is fully lined. So all you do is you make 2 of the same thing for the top yoke part, and then you just kind of turn it inside out. You don't need to mess with the collar or also the fit is very forgiving. My bust size is a 40, I have a 40-inch bust size, and I made me a size medium in this one. Also, I feel like this is a great dress that you could make as a gift because it's not so form-fitting. Again, like I said, the fit doesn't have to be spot on for it to look really cute. So the next one that made my Mccalls sewing pattern list is this Mccalls 7122. Now this one I would say is great fashion sewing for beginners because it only has, well, it's got the raglan sleeve. If you're not familiar with that, raglan sleeves are very easy to insert into your shirt. It's not a set-in sleeve. And so it's got like the front and the back and the sleeves and a collar that you put on there. Now this pattern as well, also it doesn't show it in the line drawings there, but in the back it has a seam going down the middle. So you will sew up 2 pieces in the back, but I think that's what makes it give you such a great fit. So you can see from these videos right here, I love the flow. The model makes it look like it's form-fitting, like you have to be really skinny, and that's not true at all. So this one is really a keeper in my book. It's just a super fast make and it sews up really well. And the fabrics that you would use on this one, it says cotton knits, jersey, and interlock. And on mine, I used a double brush poly in that picture right there. And another reason why this one made the list too is because the pattern comes with leggings. You can do a long version or a short, and you can do short sleeve or long sleeve. And I do also have a pattern review on this one if you want to go ahead and check that out as well. This next one is Mccalls 8241. And I think a lot of people would agree that this one is just a fast, easy make. It's wonderful, great, it's perfect for beginners. And a lot of people actually, you can go to Instagram and punch in 8241 and see everybody's makes. One of the things that I want to point out about this one though is, well, I'll tell you, it says the suggested fabrics are moderate stretch knits, sweater knits, French terry, sweatshirt fleece, cotton knit. I wouldn't recommend using like a double brush poly with this one. I feel like that fabric is too thin and it would make it come out really too baggy. Also, another thing to keep in mind on this one is it runs extremely large. I actually made mine in a size small, and I used a thick, like that shows, it's actually a really thick sweater knit, ribbed sweater knit that I got from Joann's. And why I think that it's important to use a thick fabric is because then it'll keep its shape. If you use a thinner fabric, it's just gonna be really droopy on you and probably kind of look sloppy looking. So the one that I made is view B right here. And I really like that version. I feel like even the sizing, this is another one that if you want to give, like you want to make somebody as a gift, it's very forgiving in the fit. And so that's another reason why I think this is a great one for beginners. You don't need to have the fit just right for it to look really cute and stylish. Now, the next one that made my list for favorite sewing patterns is Mccall's 8167. So the reason why I really love this one is, well, I do feel like it's great for beginners. I'm actually wearing it right now, and the other version right there, I wear it all the time. What I love about this one is there's no gathers. You don't have to like worry about fitting a bodice because it's all one thing. It's got that seam going down the middle in the front, which gives you a really pretty flowy drape. And this part right here where the neckline shows, that is the only part that can be a little bit tricky. And so what I ended up doing on both the versions that I did is making a little tie so that it kind of camouflages that area. So in case it doesn't come out perfect, so you can't even really tell on mine that I kind of messed up. And I wear it all the time. I really love how the sleeves turn out. I actually, on the one that I'm wearing right now is just a shirt, so I really shortened it. And then the second one that I made is I did view B again, and I made it just slightly shorter so that I could wear it with leggings. And this one I made in a size medium because it has the finished garment measurements as a 43 inch. And again, my bust size is a 40. And so even just through like trial and error, I know for me, for having a 40-inch bust size, anything that is non-stretch, I want to go with a finished garment measurement of 43. And so it just provides, it's really comfortable, and I wear this all the time. This next one is a new recent favorite. It's Mccall's 8144, and I also recommend this one for beginners. I will tell you why. Because it doesn't have a neckband that you have to mess with. It's all one piece right there, and you just fold it under. I also like that it has the seam going down the middle. That's kind of my trend. I feel like it draws, I don't know, it must draw the eye to make it look like a more slimming look. And I also love the sleeves on it. I made a view, let's see, the first one that I did, I made view C with the cuff, but then I did this sleeve. And then I did this beautiful forest green one right here, again making view B. This one, unfortunately, I don't have a pattern review on this one. I don't know why. I thought I did, but I haven't had time to make a pattern review on this one. The only thing that I've got to say is that I feel like even view B is a little bit short. I think I would extend it, and I think I would probably lengthen it by about at least 2 inches. But other than that, I did no modifications on this shirt. And because I didn't do a pattern review on this one, I'll let you know, it does say that the fabrics to use is a 2-way stretch knit, cotton knit, sweater knit, velour, or velvet. So those would be really, really pretty. So this one is rated as easy, and I made me a size large. And it says a size large the bust size should be around 38 to 40. So yeah, I went with a size large on this one. Completely beginner friendly. I would recommend this pattern to anyone. Now, my next favorite pattern is also an all-season pattern, and I want to go with saying that this is a beginner. Well, maybe. I kind of feel like it is a beginner pattern, but maybe not because it's got the gather. So maybe I should take that one back. This one is Mccall's 7899. I love how I haven't made the tank top version, but I made this short sleeve version. And then I really want to make this one. I haven't made that version yet. I tried to make this version in a knit and it came up too big. But I love this pattern a lot because the one that I made, the View B, I wear that one all the time. It's one of my favorite shirts. It's got the flow in the front that you don't have to worry about your stomach issues. It's just as nice and flowy. And I made it with a rayon challis, and the suggested fabrics do say crepe, charmeuse, crepe de chine, and Elan fabric. And I will also tell you, I made this in a size 14, and I do have a pattern review on this one as well. So you'll want to make sure that you go ahead and check that one out. But this one I like because you have your look for the summer, and then you also have the fall, and then the long sleeve going into winter. And actually, can we get some music going with this one? I'm talking to my producer. So this list, it didn't include all of my favorite Mccall patterns, but the ones that I listed are because I wear those ones the most. And also make sure that you check out my playlist of all the pattern reviews so that you can get more details and help you decide which pattern that you want to make next. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you give me a like and subscribe if you haven't already. And until next time, happy sewing. Bye guys.